Hello, everybody joining in. What's up? What's up, everybody? Alrighty. Wait for our guests to come up. How is it going? Ooh, this is really cool. It tells me now on here how many people are watching, so I don't actually have to have my iPhone open. So let me know. What is up, everybody? What is up? Let me know how everything is going. Long time no talk, y'all. Literally, it's been a week or so. Yeah, it was pretty crazy last week. I was just not feeling good at all, and it was just a little sinus infection, a little head cold. But I had no voice at all last week, and I was trying to be a trooper and come on for you guys, but it just wasn't happening. And so luckily, we're all doing great. So how is everybody going? What's up, Tammy from Tennessee? How's everything going for you guys? What's up, Amy? See you there. Susan, awesome. What's up? What's up? Let me know if this is your first time on. Let me know if this is your first time on, guys. So happy to have you guys here. Let me see. Yeah, there's like a lot of new features on here. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it was just I had went to the races on Saturday, the Saturday prior, and I didn't know if it was like my allergies or whatever, but it was just like I was nonstop just I mean that's my computer. Just nonstop, just was not feeling good and had just a stuffy nose and took away my voice and stuff like that. So first I thought it was allergies, and then I realized, oh, it's probably a little head cold, and it lasted about 4 days. So we are good to go. We are back on track on here. What's up, first timers? Awesome. Barbara, first time. Patty, first time. Angel, first time. Naomi, Pat, Tanya, Linda. So awesome to have you guys. What's up, Paul? I see you on here. Dude, you are crushing it with your workouts. I'm super jealous that you are doing so great, dude. I'm so happy about it. I am trying to see with our guest to see if I'm going to say sent it over. Let me know. Super excited to get Kaylee on here. She has an amazing weight loss journey. She's down 84 pounds on iTrackBites, Better Balance. We've been doing a lot of carb conscious people and calorie people and stuff like that, so I really think it'll be good. I know that Paul on here is Better Balance. I know a lot of people on here are Better Balance, so I think it's gonna be great to get her on here. But yeah, so I'm trying to make sure that Kaylee has it. Okay, she got it. So she will be joining us here in just a little bit. It'll show her up in my screen whenever she's here. But yes, Lisa, thank you so much for the shout out, reminding them and the community and participants. Really appreciate that. We have a lot of new peeps here, a lot of first peeps. If you don't know, my name is Jordan Clyde. I'm over on Instagram, and I'm one of your iTrackBites brand ambassadors. And I host our weekly live meeting here every Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. On Tuesdays, over on the iTrackBites Instagram, Facebook. Excited to be here with you guys. We have a lot of people on here tonight. It's going to be awesome. I'm hoping everybody got the push notification on their cell phone app, so that's going to be great. Yes, Kaylee is in the background. I see her in the background. This is going to be awesome. So, Kaylee, you're going to sit out just for a second, and then we'll get you going here in just a little bit. So, yes, this is awesome. Awesome. Everybody's on here. Yes, Pat, low carb, stuff like that. Let me know what questions you have. If you want, go ahead and Instagram me or send me a private message, and we can get going of any questions that you have. So, first of all, how has everybody's week been? Well, the last 2 weeks. Any of us on the East Coast with all the fires and everything? I feel so bad for y'all. They say us in Indiana. I didn't even realize this. We're going to be there, like from Oregon and California and all that stuff. So it's crazy to me that it's getting all the way over to us here in Northwest Indiana. Um, that's really scary and really crazy. And I hope that everybody that's up there, prayers to all you guys, and that I really hope that you guys are being safe and healthy up there, over there, wherever it is. Stay inside, guys. That's the best thing. I just tell everybody, especially with the way that they're saying the O2 level, all that stuff is out there, just stay inside. That's going to be the but other than that, I hope that everybody Karen have to wear a mask to walk the dog. I know it's horrible, guys. I am so sorry for every single one of you. West Coast, yeah. So Southeast Ohio, yeah. So, like I said, my name is Jordan Clyde. I'm here from Northwest Indiana, 30 years old, wife and 2 kids. We're both on iTrackBites. We love it. We've been on iTrackBites pretty much almost 2 years now. It's pretty crazy. I was actually just talking to Brianna from Diva and the Divine, and she has been on here for over 2 years now. And I switched over to the bandwagon iTrackBites. When Brianna we talked, and I'm over there. I came over here. So I really hope, if y'all haven't gotten pro yet, I will plug that in here. If you guys have not gotten pro, go ahead and get pro. Number one, it's going to unlock some amazing features for you guys in the app. It's only one time a year. And I think it's like $29.95 right now, which is super low, super crazy low. So I would definitely get on that bandwagon if you haven't yet. So let's go ahead and, of course, this thing is not, of course, it was telling me how many people we had live. So that's weird. Okay. Alrighty. So without further ado, I think we will get this show started with our guest, Kaylee. Kaylee, give me just another minute or so to figure out how to get you on here. Hazy from Smoke. Yes. Yeah, it's great. It's crazy how one little thing can affect all of us, guys. I know, right, Paul? Gender reveal. That's pretty crazy. So, okay, let me see if I can get you on here. Okay. So I'm going to brag you, get you right there. I got to go to the bottom because they're, wrong way. That way. Because they say they can't see me very much when I'm on Instagram with Restream. So can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming.
Sure.
This is going to be great because we haven't had that many Better Balance people on here yet for the year. And so really just kind of get somebody that's still on their journey, still on their weight loss journey, but is down so much weight. First of all, your before and after photos blow me away. Like,
thank you.
Yeah. It's really crazy to think about all those before and afters because none of us really, like, especially me, never even think about snapping pictures. Luckily, we have Instagram archives, so I can kind of go through every now and then, like in the stories, to be like, man, my face really did get big, or this and that. But other than that, I'm really bad at taking. All that stuff. Like, who are you? Like, what is it? Who is Kaylee?
I am 25. I live in upstate New York, so we've been dealing with COVID to the max since March. I've been working from home since like March 15th, I think. So it's been a while, and I'm sitting in the home office right now. So I got my desk set up and stuff. I live in upstate New York. I moved from Rochester area about 2 years ago back to my hometown, which is about 40 minutes north of Albany.
Okay.
So it's been, I definitely started the journey kind of like after college, and everyone knows like the freshman 15, but for me, it was a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
And it actually was the first year that I was like out on my own out of college that like I really saw the weight gain and stuff then. But I've always been active my whole entire life. I've always been doing sports or going to the gym or doing different kind of classes. So that's been, I guess, consistent since I was young. I've been in soccer since I was 5. So just kind of keeping active and stuff. But I just bought my first house. I'm getting married in 22 days.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, we had to cancel the actual wedding, which stinks. But still, the only thing I care about is actually getting married. So.
Oh, I get you. I get you on that.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it'll we it'll be 8 years, or it's already been 8 years. It's pretty crazy how
Yeah.
time flies. I could not imagine in 2012 me and my wife got married with all this crap going on. So I feel for everybody, especially with you said you're in New York.
Yes.
I have this issue with a lot of my residents at my facility. I have that they're from like California. We have a lot of families that are in California that they were born and raised in Northwest Indiana, but they're all the way in California, and they're all like everything is so shut down still in California that
Yeah.
I have to always remind them like we're in 4.5 out of 5 out of Indiana, so it's a really our numbers are not high here. Praise God, all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I can only imagine right now. You know what I mean? There's not unless you work for the state and stuff. You're still working at home.
Right. Yeah. That's what, yeah, I've been home since March, and luckily I work for a company that's deemed essential in New York. So no one got laid off from our company or anything like that. But I know a lot of people who have lost their jobs just because restaurants literally just opened up maybe a month ago and they were closed for
Really?
they were closed for 3 or 4 months.
Yeah.
And it's crazy to live through a time like this.
Oh
And
yeah.
just you never expect it. You never think with everything that we have right now, technology wise and stuff, that we would live through a time like this. But here we are.
Thank God though. Like thank God that we're so technology advanced in 2020 because I could not imagine us being in like the 80s or 90s right now. You know what I mean? It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, very crazy.
Um, so growing up, you were very active. So like, did you ever struggle with weight when you were younger, or was it more like you said, like after you graduated high school, went to college, stuff like that?
No, it's been pretty much my whole life. Even like looking back at like pictures when I was like a toddler and even through like elementary school and on and stuff. I always struggled with weight, and it was more not weight but body image.
Mm-hmm.
I weighed 160 pounds in high school and thought it was the worst thing ever. And looking back, I would love to weigh 160 pounds right now. But it was just the way that I've looked at myself and self-confidence, and it's been a learning process, but it's always been more body image than like
Yeah.
the weight being the issue for me.
Yeah, yeah. Oh no, I gotcha. You can weigh however you want to weigh, but if you're not comfortable in your own skin, then it doesn't matter if you're as skinny as you want to be. If you're still not comfortable in your own skin, that's a battle that everybody's gonna have to face. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So after high school and stuff like that, so you went to college and then I'm guessing like everybody, when I went to college, definitely gained the weight, stuff like that. So when was it actually like? Did you figure out that okay, and I hate saying a problem. No one has a problem.
Right. It was
It's not
I
pain.
Yeah. It was, some people have like the picture, and I
Mhm.
had the picture that I saw, and I was like, that's not me at all.
Mhm.
Like, that's not how I see myself. But like looking at the picture, I didn't even recognize myself. So it was New Year's Eve, actually, of 2018 going into 2019. And I took a picture with my friends and my boyfriend at the time and her boyfriend, and I didn't want to post it anywhere. I deleted it. I didn't want to do anything with it. And I was like, okay, so something has to change. So I didn't even
Yeah.
do it as a New Year's resolution. I started January 2nd, but I didn't do it as a New Year's resolution. It was just,
Yeah.
yeah, it was the picture basically. And I realized I didn't want that picture anymore.
Oh, no, I don't blame you at all. Like I everybody goes through that. So don't ever I mean that's the best thing. That's why I like to have a journey because everybody's journey is totally different. Oh, I seen this picture of me and didn't like it. It could be totally I stepped on a scale and seen a number I didn't like,
Right.
or I went to the doctor, etc. So that's really good to know that it was really just like a picture that stuck out to you. So what did you do after that? Like you saw the picture, you deleted it. So like what happened?
Yeah, so I downloaded iTrackBites, and I filled my social media with people who were on their journey or had completed their journey or were just starting, just because I wanted that positive influence of just seeing the different recipes and the different workouts every single day, just so I wasn't looking at the cake or the different desserts and stuff, just so I had that positive motivation constantly at my fingertips.
Yeah. Okay. You kind of cut out there for a second, but so you got the Instagram, all that stuff, was doing all that. So what did you start out with iTrackBites? Were you with Weight Watcher WW? What brought you around to figuring out of a plan of action, like a POA, to how am I going to start losing weight?
So I never went to WW. I had a friend who had done it in the past, so I was familiar with it.
Uh-huh.
Honestly, I didn't like the price tag, so I looked
Yeah.
for an alternative, and iTrackBites was the number one recommended app that was comparable to
Yeah.
WW. And I was active. I'd been working out. We were going to actually a kettlebell gym, my
Oh,
fiance and and working out there constantly. But it was finally the switch of, okay, I need to do something and I need to eat better. And I went hardcore. I cleared the house out and went grocery shopping and bought so many new things and had different recipes to try. And it was just kind of like the light bulb went off, and it
yeah.
wasn't a hardcore switch, but it was just a new lifestyle. I didn't look at it as a diet, which I think really helped.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Because better balance is with all of the 0 point foods, all
Yes.
that stuff. So, what did your diet look like before you went to Better Balance? If you don't mind me asking, like, what was a normal day of eating for you, or
I ate pretty well. It was just portion control. And that
Okay,
was my biggest thing. Or it would be, I would choose like the unhealthy alternative. Like if we went out to dinner, it would be a cheeseburger and French fries, where now I might do like the chicken sandwich, but still with the French fries. And
yeah.
just learn to track everything, and just joining iTrackBites made me really mindful of what I was putting into my body and how much of it I was eating.
Oh, awesome, awesome. No, I always know portion control is always off balance. That can kind of maybe be a tricky thing, especially with all those 0 point foods. You know what I mean? 0 point foods to be like, nope, it still has calories. I
Right.
remember when freestyle first came out way back in the day, I switched over to it, and that was my thing. Always thinking like, nope, I would spend all my points on literally junk food, and then be like, oh my god, like all I can have is unsweetened applesauce. It feels like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
no, so that's awesome. So so you started iTrackBites. So for you right now, you're down like 80 something pounds. So
Yes.
is that pretty much a year? Like, because I'm trying to think like 18 to 19, you started in 19. It's, the end of 2020 pretty
Yeah,
much.
so it took me, I would say, a little over a year. So I started January of 2019. In
Mhm.
January of 2020, I was right about 85. And then Corona and COVID and all of that. And my main goal with all of this is just to remain consistent. And
Mhm.
our gym closed, and we actually moved in the middle of the pandemic also. So we moved away from our gym. So we didn't even have an opportunity to join a new gym
Yeah.
when we got here. And actually in the house that we moved into, we set up a treadmill, and I have a spin bike, and I have the Peloton app, and I've been like diehard
Okay.
Peloton
Yeah.
since probably March, which has been great.
Yeah.
But I'm very excited to get back into the gym, which
Uh,
is, they just opened back up in New York, so I'm not ready to
okay.
get back in there yet, but
Yeah.
hopefully
No,
soon.
yeah. So how do you like Peloton? So, um, I see so many people on Instagram with Peloton, and especially Pelotons, like in the Peloton app. So how has that helped you throughout the pandemic with the gym closing? Like, you know what I
It
mean?
Yeah, I thrive, and I've realized this over time. I thrive in a class atmosphere in the gym. I'm not good at going in and motivating myself to create a lifting schedule or a cardio schedule or anything like that. So being in a class setting with not actually being in a class, because again, body image and confidence have been a
Yeah,
big thing. So like
yeah,
while I was in the process of losing weight, it was almost hard to go into a class and feel like I couldn't keep up or couldn't do
yeah,
anything, where Peloton gives me the option of being in the class atmosphere but doing it in my own home. And I don't have the Peloton bike. I
yeah.
just have a normal $200 spin bike off Amazon, and we have a mounted TV, and I hook the Peloton app right up to the TV and do it off that, and it's worked perfectly. And I'd use some of their treadmill classes and their body weight classes, and I
Yeah.
absolutely love it. And if it wasn't for the pandemic, I wouldn't have discovered Peloton, but it's great.
No, that's awesome. I really love that. So pretty much your exercise routine, getting a routine down. How many times a week would you say that you're, physically active as far as that goes?
Before the pandemic, when we were going to the gym regularly, it was probably 5 times a week, and that was really, really heavy lifting. So kettlebell, we trained strong first kettlebell and actually
Yeah.
competed and stuff for the gym that we were at.
Yeah.
So that was probably 5 to 6 times a week, and I've tried to stay consistent with that, about 5 to 6 times a week. Maybe it's not always with the bike or on the treadmill, but it's hiking or it's doing like a weights class or a body weight class. But I would say probably 5 to 6 times a week. But I've also realized, like, I had a knee injury, like you don't have to exercise to be successful in a weight loss journey either.
No, I get you. I get you. So do you think though, if you weren't exercising a lot like you are, would you be as far as you are? You know what I mean? Have you thought about
I would say probably not as far, but definitely I would have lost some weight. I also, in this whole process, started running more. My sister's been a
that?
marathoner and everything. She's the runner of the family, and I was never the runner.
Yeah.
But in January, I ran my first half marathon.
Okay.
So that has been a big thing too, about learning to like running and learning to enjoy exercise and look forward to it instead of making it like a task.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. That's pretty awesome. I love that. A lot of people always come to me or ask me about what can we do to do stuff at home, with especially when the pandemic first happened, all that stuff. But I always think about the Peloton because I see it so much online. It's good to know that they make the bikes on Amazon for just $200.
Yeah, it works fine.
That has been what has put me and my wife off is the Peloton price. You know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't know. Like,
Yeah, I
that's
always
good to
keep
know.
my eye out. I always
So
keep
how
my eye
much?
out for resale ones. So
Oh
people
yeah,
who are selling theirs, but it's still like 2 grand, and that's a lot of money.
no, exactly. So if you don't mind me asking, how much like for Peloton to use the actual app? Like, how much is that per month?
The app I think is $12 per month.
Oh, okay.
But if you know someone who has like a Peloton bike or a Peloton tread, then you can get on to their, like, so my parents bought the Peloton bike and I logged into their Peloton like application on the bike. And
Yeah.
so I technically had an account through the bike. And so I don't have to pay anything extra for the app. But the app itself, if you don't have a connection to the bike, is $12.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
No,
That's
it's not. And
literally
you get running classes, you get yoga classes, you get meditation classes, cycling classes, body weight classes, arms
that's
classes,
crazy.
toning. Yeah, it's great.
That's crazy. Paul, if you're in the comments, did you know that? I didn't know if he's done that. Me and him, he's one of my really good friends on here. I always talk about that. Um, okay, so here we are, 2020-ish, going into 2021, hopefully, Lord willing, in the next couple months.
Yes.
What is your daily routine looking like with like working at home? What is like you get up in the morning? What are you eating? All that stuff. Because that's really a lot. A lot of people on here are really interested to know like what is your daily routine, especially with working at home, trying to do iTrackBites, exercising, etc.
Yeah, so one of the main things that I tried to keep consistent from the beginning is I still meal prep like I'm going into work. So I would make like a chicken and rice bowl to bring into work for lunch with fruits and vegetables. So I'll still make that on Sunday night, and that's what I eat for lunches throughout the week. And I would always bring in like oatmeal or fruit or something like that for breakfast at work. And then now I can just make the oatmeal here at home. And I actually, surprisingly, have not struggled with eating and snacking while I'm home. Luckily, we've been pretty busy at work, so I don't necessarily have time to get up, even though the pantry, like I can see it right now, it's 50 feet away from me.
Yeah.
But it's really just staying consistent. And if I don't meal prep for the week, that's when I find myself kind of falling off a little bit when I'm just searching through the kitchen on my half an hour lunch break. But I start work at 7, so I can roll out of bed at 6:45 and walk down and sit at my desk, which is great. And then I normally get up and eat breakfast probably around 9.
Okay.
And then I will sometimes take the half an hour break in the middle of the day and use that as my workout time. And then I'll eat at my desk after while I continue working for the afternoon, or I will work out at 3:30 when I get off of work, which is nice because we do have the home gym right now, so I do have the option of being able to just work out on my lunch break, which is nice. And then
Gotcha.
dinner is we're busy, and sometimes it's at 5:30 and sometimes it's at 8:30, and I don't I can't intermittent fast. I've tried that and it's not for me. So I eat when I'm hungry and it's worked out, I guess.
Oh, I get you. I get you. Last night, I literally it's funny. I went to bed at 6, woke up at 8. My wife had dinner ready. 8, went back to bed. It's crazy. We either eat at like
Yeah,
5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. With 2 kids, it's pretty crazy.
I'm
Um,
sure.
yeah. So for you, like, what got you into, did you always meal prep from the very beginning? I always say I'm going to meal prep, and then by God, I do it like one or 2 weeks. And then I just am like, on Sundays, it's my day off, and I'm just like, I am not staying in this kitchen.
Yeah, ever since I had an internship when I was in college that
Okay.
I was out and gone for probably from like 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. and I had class at night, and so I had to be really good about meal prepping. I would make my oatmeal, my overnight oats, and put it in the fridge the night before, and I had like even then I was really good about making my lunch even the night before, which helped
Yeah.
control what I ate the next day. And
Mhm.
then I really wanted to get in the routine right away as soon as I was on my own to meal prep. And so I've meal prepped pretty much since I've been on my own, and now it's just part of my routine. And I have different meals that I know how to make really quickly and that I'll kind of rotate through, but it's been great.
So you're a very one of them that can eat a lot of the same stuff, you think? Like
Yes.
just on a rotation type thing.
Yeah. I mean, I get bored of it. I'll say I'll probably eat it probably for maybe 2 months or so, and then I'll switch through, especially like in the summer, I won't make chili. But in
Oh yeah.
the winter, I'll do like turkey chili for lunch for a couple weeks and stuff, and I won't get tired of it.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. So where do you see yourself? Like what is your I'll ask you this. What's your next 3, we're on the last quarter of the year. That'll be your short-term goal. Number
Yes.
one, what is a couple short-term goals you have that you know that you can get done by 2021? But then what is your, of course, obviously getting to maintenance mode, but what is something long-term, especially in your weight loss journey and anything that you have going on? What's a long-term? So what's the short-term, what's the long-term?
Yeah, short term, I actually have another half marathon scheduled for January. Fingers crossed that it happens. So short term is be getting back into that running shape. I haven't run very much since probably like June time. So getting back into half marathon shape. And I would love to meet the 100-pound mark by the end of
Uh,
2021. So I'm sorry, the end of 2020 and beginning of 2021. So losing probably about 10 to 15 more pounds to hit that 100
yeah,
pounds.
that's really cool. I really like that. That's really cool for short-term, especially you're so close to the 100-pound mark. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always one of them, oh, 1 pound a week, you could definitely do it. That's totally crazy. It's gonna be awesome to see you on Instagram hitting the 100-pound mark. That's gonna be
Thank
cool
you.
by the end of the year.
Thank
So
you.
what is definitely like something of course, like you're getting married, of course. So my biggest advice for you with your weight loss journey is, you're going to get comfortable with being married. So
Yes.
just, keep going. I'm sure that your fiance right now is totally cool with everything you do, being so supportive and all that stuff.
Yes.
And I'm sure he's going to be there for you to cheerlead you on after the wedding. You know what I mean? Have
Yeah.
fun. Have fun.
Yes.
That's the biggest thing. This will only happen once. You know what I mean? And it's
Right.
just like, just have fun. Don't ever
Yeah.
look back on it. So.
Yeah. Yeah. He's been on the journey with me. We've been together since high school. So it's been a while, and he didn't follow iTrackBites and he didn't track, but he's lost 60 pounds just with me cooking
Yeah,
and everything like
yeah,
that. So we've lost about two humans between the two of us. So
that's so crazy. That's
yeah.
so awesome though that he's lost weight. So obviously
Yeah.
he sees that the changes of what you're eating and all that stuff and the portion
Yeah.
control is definitely working for him.
Yeah.
Does he work from home also, or is he able to go to work?
No, he's in the field. We actually work for the same company. We went to the same high school, went to the same college, and now we work for the same company. So, but he
Cool.
is out in the field. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's
Gotcha.
good. Yeah, a little separation, which is good.
That's good. No, I know. You know, my
Yeah.
wife's a stay-at-home mom. I couldn't imagine right now being at home with her with the two kids. So
Yeah.
I totally understand that. So, what would you say? I'm going through a lot of the comments on here. What are some good snack ideas? I see a lot of people asking for snack ideas, especially on Better Balance for you.
Yeah, snacks. I do a lot of like vegetables and hummus. Hummus is one of the biggest things that like I'll do carrots in it, or you can do pretzels or different types of crackers, or I even like the I'll get like a big carrot and cut it up and so it's like a carrot chip.
Yeah.
Or I'll do apples and a little bit of the PB2, peanut butter, rice cakes I do a lot of with some of the PB2 on it and maybe like a chopped up banana on it. I try to make sure that when I'm snacking, it's gonna fill me up because I
Okay.
don't want to mindlessly snack. So my snacks
Yeah.
are generally pretty substantial, I would say.
Uh-huh.
I'll eat like one thing for lunch and then maybe have a snack at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm trying to think of other snacks that I've done. I'll do like a tortilla sometimes with like a piece of lunch meat in it as a snack. Um, I just really try to keep it to fruits and vegetables so I can use most of my points towards my like dinners and lunches and breakfast. I normally try to keep pretty low. So I try to keep towards the 0 point foods.
Hey, that's a very good idea. Honestly, with all the plans, what I always tell people is, especially if you're a family person or you have a spouse or somebody you're living with, it's definitely easier to keep your points allotted for dinner because especially if your spouse or significant other is not on plan with you, there's some times where you just turkey chili is not gonna happen. You know what I mean? You
Right,
know, eventually they're going to be like, hey, no, I want this or I want this. And so it's
right.
always like, oh, we got to keep those points allotted for that. No, but I like that. Those are very good. I always say, especially the fruits and veggies, anything that's zero on your program, your
Yes,
plan, use it to the fullest. Don't go overboard. Always
right,
remember a large apple has a lot of calories in it, but you ain't gonna get fat from the large apple. Like
right,
that's how it is.
right.
But yeah, definitely getting it to what it's keeping you full. Um,
Yes,
because I feel yeah, you can eat chips like you know, you go on any plan, you can eat 4 points worth of chips. But that's not going to keep you full with
right.
eating 4 points of something that's has protein in it and fat and all that stuff. So,
Right. Right. I'm
um,
a really big dessert person too, so I always make sure that I have points left for something sweet at night too.
oh,
So,
okay, okay.
yeah.
Oh, that's good. So, with that, like, what are some dessert things that you do?
My favorites right now are the Skinny Cow ice cream sandwiches.
Oh
Um,
my gosh, yes,
they're
yes.
5 points on Better Balance, so I don't always have the points left for them. But I also don't tend to like indulge in a big meal and use my weeklies in like one big meal. And so
Mhm.
sometimes I'll do like the ice cream sandwich at night and I'll go 5 points over. Just I have a big sweet tooth, and I
Uh-huh.
know if I don't fill that at least a little bit,
Hmm.
that it's not going to look pretty the next morning. So,
You're going to deprive yourself.
yeah, that or even last night I chopped up an apple and did an apple and I threw it in the air fryer with a little bit of cinnamon and then stevia
Yeah,
on it.
your apple crisp. I seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was so good. I'll definitely be making that again. Or like Halo Top Pops are 5 points, or even just like
Uh-huh.
half a scoop of Halo Top. Or even I'll keep some like Hershey Kisses in the
Yep.
house because if I can just pop that in for like 2 or 3 points, then I'm good, and that
Oh yeah.
satisfies me. And it's the real
uh,
chocolate helps.
Oh, I get you. Have you ever? I never know what they're actually called, but they're like the very thin cookie. Pizookie, are they Pizookies or are they something like
The
that? You can get them.
pizzelles,
Yeah, Pizzelles. You can get them at like
yes,
Home Goods or whatever.
yes,
My wife and I always, when we are trying to be good for snack for ice cream, if we do not have like fat-free ice cream or something low point ice cream, we will get the fat-free Cool Whip and we will
yes.
literally take those two cookies, put Cool Whip on it, wrap it, and freeze it, and then actually the Cool Whip will freeze like actual ice cream.
Yeah, I've done that's good. And then I've also done the fat-free plain Greek yogurt, and I'll
Uh,
mix in a little bit of the sugar-free cheesecake pudding mix
oh,
and
that
put
sounds good.
that like in the on top of like even like a chopped up banana. If you put it on like parchment paper and spread that over and it freezes, then it becomes like a disc and
Yeah.
it's so good. Yeah, I've done that with PB2 also.
Oh, that's pretty
And
cool.
yeah, so good.
You gotta always be looking at things. Don't
Yeah.
deprive yourself on the real stuff, but definitely, if you know, I always, oh my gosh, it sounds so good right now. I wish I had it. My sister in law makes the best, like, I don't even know what it's called, but it's like strawberry jello with crushed up pretzels on the bottom. It's like a dessert.
Yes, I've
And,
heard, yeah.
but it's super, super high in points when you get like the real sugar stuff and all that. So I go and get like the sugar free jello cups
Yes.
with like with a serving of pretzels, chop them up, and then the Cool Whip, and then you mix it all together. It tastes just like that, and it's like literally
God.
2 bites or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So what does it look like? I mean, of course, now with being in with New York and the restaurants just now opening. Before COVID happened, like, do you indulge like on the weekends, like go out to dinner, stuff like that? Like, how was that for you and your fiance?
It really depends on if we're planning on going out or not. With the process of buying a house and everything like that, we tried to not go out to dinner for a while, and then the pandemic hit. And when we decided that we were gonna like once a week, we were gonna support a small business and order out, and so that actually taught me to like look at a menu before I go to a restaurant, and you can look at everything online and you can plug stuff into the tracker and the recipe builder. And my biggest advice and the thing that's helped me the most with going out is look at the menu before you go and have a plan of action on how you're going to approach that. Like, do you want to get the pretzel bites at for the appetizer and then go with like grilled chicken or salmon or something for your entree? Or do you want a cheeseburger and that's what you're going to use your weeklies on? And it really helped me plan out. And so I didn't feel anxious or confused or like I didn't know what was going on and just ordered something random when I got to the restaurant.
Gotcha, gotcha. So are you pretty faithful on the whole tracking thing? Like, definitely track daily, no off days, stuff like that. Like, does
Um,
that?
I'm I'm pretty faithful. I now that I've been doing this for almost 2 years, January will be 2 years, and so I am in such a routine that I know pretty much what everything is if it's not at a restaurant. So on days where I mentally know, like if I ate the same oatmeal as the day before and I know it's 4 points, I might not necessarily put it in. But if I eat something new or I'm trying a new recipe, I'll definitely put it in and track it
Gotcha.
that way.
Yeah, gotcha, gotcha. A lot of times you'll figure out that it really wasn't that many bites when you actually like if you eat it and you're like, oh my gosh, this is horrible, blah blah. I mean, I've been there to where it's like you go out to dinner or we have like card night here or whatever with friends and they bring the snacks and you're like, oh good lord, nope, I'm gonna do an off night and then you start feeling bad because I always do and I'm like, nope, I'll track it and then I'm like, oh, it really wasn't even that bad. Like
Right.
I only
Yeah.
used like 10 weeklies. And
Yeah.
instead, you gotta wipe out all your weeklies because I'm an OCD person for that. Like, I mean, if I'm doing it, I'm doing it. So, like, I need to know, like, where my weeklies are going. Like, I'm not, that's always been a very hard thing with, we eat out a lot. And it's not the fact of, like, we always eat out, but it's very convenient for us with having 2 kids. We're like, our church schedule, we go to, like, we do different things throughout the week for all of our stuff. And then I work and all this stuff. And sometimes it's just easier to go out to eat rather than making
For
dinner at
sure.
home, you know?
Yeah.
So it's always like, how many bites is this? How many points is this? Where are we going? Okay, so honestly, I'm going to ask you this real quick because somebody was asking, what is your favorite, like, you've been telling me like snacks, all that stuff. What is like a go-to for your breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Like something that you're just like, this is a staple. I have it a lot, but I can't get over it. Like it's just must have.
Okay, breakfast, my staple is oats for sure. I'll do half a cup of oats, just plain old-fashioned oats, and then I'll change up the topping. So I'll do normally unsweetened almond milk in it, and then sometimes I'll do some fruit in there. Apple has been my go-to lately because I can put some cinnamon in there.
Yeah.
I've also done like a pumpkin pie, overnight oats, and so just any type of oats is my go-to in the morning because it fills me up and it's really easy to make either the night before or morning of. Lunch, my go-to has been I'll do chicken in the oven on Sunday night. And so I'll probably do like 3 or 4 breasts depending on the size. And then I add in some taco seasoning, some black beans, some corn, some pinto beans, and like pepper and onion, and just have that in like a big kind of sheet pan meal that I'll cook up for myself. And then I can divvy it out into 5 different servings for the week. And I can do that with like, I'll have done it with ground turkey, and I'll shred the chicken up, or I'll do cubed chicken to change it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then dinner, my go-to is normally chicken in some type of way or ground turkey. We're definitely a couple that likes our protein, so we need some type of meat at night to fill us up until the next morning. So we'll do like, I've done homemade chicken nuggets where I take shake and bake and I can make those right in the air fryer, or breakfast for dinner is another one of our go-tos. I love eggs because eggs are 0 bites. So I don't have to worry about a high point breakfast with that, or even I've done like banana pancakes for dinner, which is great. And also the Weight Watchers pizza that is all over the place with the Greek yogurt and the flour. That's the go-to.
Oh yeah, definitely. I like that. Yeah, no, definitely. It's very, of course, and with social media and Instagram, you're getting all kinds of recipes, or you're figuring out, and that's the best thing about, our plans being compatible, is that you can have somebody that is on WW Blue that is still giving you the same points values, bites values. Right. So I'm like, oh, hey, that recipe sounded good. Let's do this, all that stuff. So real quick, because we're almost done, my question I always ask all of my guests is, from the very beginning, like, what is honestly something, this is a 2-part question. Number one, what is something that you wish that somebody would have told you in the beginning with your whole weight loss journey that you wish they had gave you advice on? And then number 2, there's a lot of newbies. We're getting ready to come up to the new year, so there's going to be a lot of people wanting to join and all that stuff. And they're going to be watching this later on. Mm-hmm. As far as your journey, as far as iTrackBites, like something that you want to tell them as advice.
So the first part of that is something that I wish someone told me, is that weight doesn't like define you as a person. You are still a good person no matter how much you weigh. You can still feel beautiful or handsome in clothes. If you're overweight, if you're underweight, if you're at your perfect weight, if you're on your journey, it's definitely a journey, and it's taken me a while to learn self-love and to be happy, and I'm not 100% still at where I want to be, but lose the weight for you and not for anybody else, because it doesn't matter for anybody else. And then advice for someone else is definitely dedicate yourself, because it's only going to work if you're doing it for you. If you're trying to do it for the number on the scale, or if you're trying to do it to fit into a pair of jeans, those are great motivation skills. But if you're not 100% motivated for you, then it's not going to work. You have to do the plan, track your food, be committed, and it's going to work. You don't have to do the exercise. You don't have to go and exert yourself for 2 hours every single day. But if you commit to it and if you follow the plan, then it's going to work for you.
Love that. No, the plan works. You have to work the plan. You have to work the plan.
Right.
I don't, because the thing is that, you could track 6 days a week, be off one day, and still lose weight, but you're still working your plan. You're still figuring out your body. Know that you need to Kaylee, that I don't use my weeklies. If I use my weeklies, I gain weight. I hear that all the time. And there are people out there that, honest to God, if they eat their weeklies, they gain weight. It's how their body is. Is it fair? No. Is it fair? No. But that's your body. That's how it is. You know what I mean? And you also have people, when I lost my weight in 2016 and got down to goal, I literally was the same way. Tracked 6 days faithfully, did not use any of my weeklies, and did not track a thing on Sundays. And I lost consistently all the 6 months to get down to goal. I mean, that's just bodies are totally different.
Yes. Yep. You have to figure out what works for you.
Now my friends know that. So no, that's awesome advice. That is so good. The plan works. Work the plan. You'll always find little workarounds to know that, hey, your body's your body. And I'm going to reiterate on the first thing you said of body positivity, because you yourself know 84 pounds down, you look like a totally different person, number one, and that's great.
Thank you.
Husband is going to love you for no matter what size you are. Same thing with me and my wife. I love my wife no matter what she is. She loves me no matter what I am, but it's body positivity. If I can't love myself at my highest, I'm never going to love myself at my lowest.
Exactly.
That's how it is. So thank you for being on, and I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I'm hoping you had a good time. I know that a lot of our people on here, they've enjoyed it in the comments. They've said, really, guys, I did not know this about the Peloton. Look that up, $12. I'm honestly going to look that up and get it, because, and the spin bike. Send me a link from Amazon where you got your spin bike, Kaylee, because I'll look that up. Maybe my wife will let me buy it. We'll see. But all right. Well, thank you, Kaylee.
Thank you.
We will be in touch again, and keep going. Can't wait to see you down to 100 pounds on the 1st.
Yes, sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, take you later. All right, guys. Man, that was such a good time. Good time with Kaylee. I appreciate every single person being on here tonight. I hope you guys got some good advice, got some good ideas for meals, snacks, etc. 84 pounds, she's down. She's going to hit that 100-pound mark come the first of the year. That's going to be awesome. If you happen to know of anybody, or if you are interested in sharing your journey here on iTrackBites, go ahead and reach out to me and let me know. We are getting our plan together for the following year, especially for 2021, but I still have some spots open for the last quarter of 2020. So I would love to talk to you, love to get your journey out here on iTrackBites Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Other than that, my name is Jordan Clyde. Thank you for being with us tonight. Always remember that this video on Facebook is always shareable. So share it to people. Share it to people that you know need some words of wisdom, stuff that you think that Kaylee said would hit somebody. So once again, thank you so much. I'm Jordan Clyde from iTrackBites. Appreciate you guys.